Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. So I'm going to make this ring. I made this ring with the long bicone and the simplicity beads that Kath sent me. But I'm going to make this one with the long bicone and the squished bicone beads. So it's going to be a little bit slightly different than this one. Not that much different. And this is very easy. It's a very easy ring. So it's a 2-needle project. I'm using 3 feet of, I'm using the cheaper version of Firelight, but I'm using 3 feet of thread. 11/0 Toho 11/0 galvanized gold and Toho 15/0 galvanized gold, and the beads that Kath sent me. So the first thing I am going to do is pick up one 11/0 seed bead and bring that down to the center. And then, although I could probably do, you know what? Then I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do a 15/0 on each needle. A squished bicone on each needle. An 11/0 on each needle and a 15/0 on each needle. And I'm gonna bring them all down to the center of my thread. And I'm going to, if I could pick one up, there we go. Crisscross through that long bicone there. So this is what you should have on your needle. You have an 11/0, 2 15/0s, 2 bicones, 2 11/0s, and 2 15/0s. And then we're going to crisscross through this one. I'm going to grab my needle because my tails are the same length and just pull that down. Like that. So it's going to look a little different because these are a little bit different beads, but that's okay. So now we're going to pick up a 15/0 on each needle, an 11/0 on each needle, squish the bicone, and a 15/0 on each needle, and then we're going to crisscross through a 11/0. Should have picked it up with my left needle, but all right. So that is pretty much going to be the base of our ring. But now what we're going to do, I'm going to put one needle down, pick up my other needle. And I'm going to go through this 15-0 that's next to the squished bicone. And I'm going to pick up, I'm going to see how it works with 6 15-0s. And then I'm going to go around my squished bicone and go through that 11-0 on the other side. Okay, that'll work. Now I'm going to pick up an 11-0. I went through the 11-0 and the 15-0 on the other side, or did I go just... All right. Now we're going to go through the 15-0 and the 11-0. And then I'll pop that 11-0 right in the middle there, right above the hole of the other bead. So I'm going to pick up another 6 15-0s. And I'm going to go through the 15-0 and the 11-0. I'm going around my squished bicone, and I'm going through the 15-0 and the 11-0. So now I'm going to put that needle down. I'm going to pick up the other needle, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through this 15-0 next to the squished bicone. I'm going to pick up 6 15-0s. Going to go around that squished bicone through the 11-0 and the 15-0 on the other side. Oops. I'm going to pick up an 11-0. So this is going to make it kind of look like a butterfly. And I'm going to go through the 15-0 and the 11-0. Pick up another 6 15-0s. And go through, uh-oh, where am I? Oh, here we are. Go through the 15-0 and the 11-0 so that both of our needles are coming out through that 11-0 in opposite directions, like that. Okay. So now, I think what I'm going to do is reinforce everything and come back out of this side. That way I won't have to do it later. And I know it'll be stronger. Because I want it to hold those, I want it to be sturdy. Plus it'll tighten it up a little bit too, I believe. And then we can move on to the band, and that's it. That's the hardest part. And then I'm going to end up going through, all I did was go through all of those 15 O's on the side, and then the 11 O's that are connected to them. Now, with this one, I'm going through, doing the same thing in the opposite side there. So, going through the, sorry, $15 O's next to that 11 O that I'm coming out of. All the way around that squished bicone. Through the 11 O, the 15 O, the 11 O, the 15 O, the 11 O. Through the 6 15 O's. And the next 15 O, and through that 11 O. There we go. So now we have both of our needles coming out of that 11 O. So now what I'm going to do, since I'm coming out of that 11 O, I'm going to pick up 2 11 O's on each needle. And I'm going to pick up another 11 O, and sorry about that, crisscross between that, through that 11 O. At least he's laying on his own little mat. So we're going to have that on our needle thread. So I'm just going to repeat that. Two 11 O's on each needle and cross through a third. All the way around till you get to the size that you need. And then we're going to connect our ring to the other side. And then we're going to reinforce that as well. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not left-handed. Okay. So just repeat that. 2 11 O's on each needle, and then crisscross through a third 11 O. Bring them down, and we're going to do that all the way around. And I'm going to pause you and bring you back when I get to the other side to show you how to connect it. Okay, so I'm making this one a little bit smaller because I want it for a different finger. This one is a little bit big. I added an extra one because I wasn't sure if it was going to make it too tight when I added these little beads in there. It seems okay, a little loose, so I'm going to just try it where it's just right and see what happens. So from here we're going to pick up our, when I got to the last, let me show you, wrong finger. So I'm here. I'm going to add that last section. Now, hopefully this will work and it doesn't get too tight. Because I'm not sure. Where are we here? There we go. Alright, so I'm going to pick up 2 11-0s on each needle. And then I'm going to lay this flat. And I'm going to come across to that center 11-0 right here. And I'm going to crisscross through it. If I can get it. There we go. And that will bring my ring band up to where it needs to be. Now at this point, I'm going to try it on again and see if it fits. If not, I'm going to add another section. It actually fits. Like, it's just right. So I'm going to try what I did and then I'll try it on again. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh no, I made a mess. Alright, here we go. So, what I'm going to do now is pick up a 15-0 and I'm going to go through these 2 11-0s on the side. And I just made a mess, didn't I? Yep. What did I do? All right. Oopsie. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to pick up a 15-0 and pop it into that little section there. Go through those 2 11-0s on the side. And that'll just put it right in the middle there. So it might not work with the 15-0s. Might have to use 11-0s. We'll see how it fits. So it does tighten it up a bit with the 15-0s. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, I'm going to do the other side. So I want to make it even. Don't worry that it's a little loose, because when we get to the other side, we're going to turn back around. And then we're going to tie our knots and work our way back down this way, as long as it fits. If not, I'll be taking it all out and putting 11 O's in. Should be okay. So what it does is it kind of makes it like a ladder, right? Where here it's kind of a mess. I mean, if they wanted to lay right, if I had gone and reinforced each one, then they would be like a circle type of thing. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to have to pause you so I can close the door, because the bird is going to be the bird. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So, where am I here? Thanks, Kid Socks. Apparently he didn't want the door closed. I didn't close it all the way. So I might have to interrupt this video again because the bird. Oh boy. Alright, so when we get here, we're going to add the last 15-0 and cross through that 11-0. Right. There. Okay. You can make the brand as fancy or as plain as you want it. I'm a plain kind of person, so. See how easy it is, though? It's like a really simple, nothing elaborate design. Easy to do. Okay, right back down that end. Pick up a 15-0. Cross through that 11-0. And then I'm going to head. First I'm going to try it on. And if it fits, then I'm going to head back down. Beautiful. All right. So now what I'm going to do is head back down the sides. But what I'm going to do is, let me take this out of the way here. When I get through, all right, I'm going to go through the 15-0, the two 11-0s, and the next 15-0. And right there is where I'm going to tie a knot. Because there's a nice little, see, you have your thread here. So there's like a little gap there that you can tie your knot in. And then I'm going to pull it down slow because I want it in there. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to go through the next 11-0, the next two 11-0s, and the next 15-0, and that'll pop that knot right in there, right into that 11-0. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way down. This reinforces the band and get your knot set up. So that you don't have to worry about knotting your, see, I'm going through the two 11-0s and the 15-0. Hang on one second. At least it muffles it a little bit. Sorry. All right. So that way you don't have to worry about, did I even tie this knot? I don't think so. You don't have to worry about, you know, see, let me see if I can get it in there. You see how you have your thread here from your adding your 15-0? That's where you want to tie your knot. Oh, this bird. This bird sometimes. And then it'll pop it right into that 11-0. Straightens this out as well. I'm going to go down this side and then I'll do the other side. I'll be back. Okay, so at this point, you're finished. If you wanted to, you could go back down, maybe, and reinforce it. But I am just going to cut my thread. It's knotted all the way down. Probably should have gone through, oh, I missed that 15-0 there. Probably should have gone through that cross through there again, but honestly it isn't going to matter. So there you have it. It makes the band kind of, tightens it up a little bit. There we go. Better to loosen up too. So there's that one. And here's this one with the Whoosie Watsits there. The Simplicity beads. So I kind of like the one with the Simplicity beads better, personally. But that one's different. It gives you two different designs, pretty much made the same way. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.